final of the Euros, Euro 2024. We all thought England would win it, but Spain won it. Joining me live now is number one England football fan and commentator, Saj World for You. Did you watch the game tonight?
No. And it was expected to happen. I
I
didn't
really
have
thought they'd
the
do it
right.
this time. They just had to score more goals than the other team, and it would have been a victory in their favour.
Yeah. I mean, football. I don't seem to have the attention span for sports or things anymore.
You can't last for 90 minutes.
I can't even like 90 seconds. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Game of two halves. I was thinking that we were headed for extra time and penalties, and it wasn't to be. I wonder why football is the world's most popular sport, but not in America. I think your time in America has eroded your attention span, and you need to watch sports that are like basketball that last 40 minutes and end to end stuff.
What about America beating Pakistan in cricket?
No way.
I mean, this was
That's like
about a month ago now, but yeah.
America have a cricket team
Oh yeah.
and they beat Pakistan. Was it a case of match fixing or was it a legit score?
Well, it was kind of like the Donald Trump shooting. It was too hard to believe.
We'll get onto that in a minute. Well, we can actually discuss that. Um, just going through some comments. Philip Moore is saying, just a reminder that domestic abuse will rise tonight due to England's loss in the final against Spain. Stay safe, everyone. Yeah, and some people, he's posted some phone numbers, and some people have said that racism has often risen when England have been knocked out of tournaments. So this guy is saying that domestic abuse will rise tonight due to England's loss in the final. And then he's shared the helpline, the Refuge National Domestic Abuse Helpline in England, 0800 something something. And then he's listed it for Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. They're not in the Euros anymore or ever. So why would there be problems in Wales because England have lost? In Scotland, presumably it's because well, you'd think they'd be celebrating when England lose, aren't they? I thought and parts of Ireland as well. In fact, some people share maps of the world saying that everyone is with Spain because a lot of places are against England. And
It's kind
yeah,
of going back to that racist thing. It kind of puts me off on watching the game or supporting England. I feel like,
does it?
yeah, it's kind of like the whole race. Like, if England football fans or had some sort of civility where they just knew how to treat it as a game and not get so hostile and hooliganish, then maybe I'll respect it more and actually take time out and say, hey, maybe I can support England. But a lot of us feel like, yeah, it's just one of those things where like English tourists, and also English football fans have a very bad reputation around the world with this type of behavior.
Yeah.
Big guy that got scolded and goes go back home. This is big headlines. Turban guy wearing an England football shirt. This is a couple of days ago. And some people were like from the Indian community was like, oh, look at this sellout coconut guy. But on the other side of things, he got Yeah, he got destroyed by the white English community and told to go back to your home.
Never nice, is it, to be told go home? Why has there never been an Asian England footballer, or has there?
There's Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, Gareth Southgate is an eighth Punjabi, I think. Am I
Oh, we
right
got
about that?
New York in the building. Hi to the guy on the left. Can you fart, please?
Pablo,
Scottish.
bro. Scottish fans have a better reputation. Just a pity about our team. We got a Scotsman in the chat. Welcome. And hard luck to your team, the Tartan Army. They went out in the group stage again. Kind of like Ireland rugby team going out in the quarterfinals. It just always happens. Kate Stewart says Gareth Southgate refused to bring on subs, kept repeating the same bleep over and over again. Snubbed Anthony Gordon. This is a failure on the manager.
I mean, every time there's always going to be an excuse, right, of something or someone. Um, Remember the black footballers that missed the penalty and they got abused?
They did. I heard that a lot of that abuse actually came from a lot of other countries.
Oh, okay.
But look, I'm not saying no one in England was guilty of it, but there was a lot of hate that came. You know, where they can track where it comes from online, and it might have been from India, I think. Potentially inappropriate messages are held for review. Got it. Let's see what someone is saying. Oh, nice one. I wonder why that's considered inappropriate from Aaron Gerber.
Oh,
Thank you very much. They're not in the Euros, although they try to be. Mohamed Omar, glad Spain won. Southgate does look Punjabi now you mention it. Well, there you go. We've started the rumours off. Here's some England fans. You can hear audio only if you can hear it.
This could make it. Well, understandable. But all this is free Palestine! Free Palestine! We'll leave that there. Thank you very much for the.
I wonder if that is recent.
Well, understandable.
Because I know there were chants like that in the World Cup in Qatar.
yeah.
That's been posted tonight. And good for him. Have a good listen to that, Aaron Gerber. HKSV, Kane and Foden were rubbish all tournament. Were they? Why wasn't that other guy that came on who scored? Why wasn't he on from the start? Do you know what I'm saying? They should have played. I know nothing about football, as you can probably tell. They should have played a 4-4-2 with two people up front and four in the defence, and they should have subbed the left back. Yeah, I enjoy watching football. I just don't know much about it.
Maybe
There's
Nigel Farage should have coached them.
who?
Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farah, yeah. Nigel Farid. He's doing well. Our Prime Minister, there's Keir Starmer. Looks like he's going to an important meeting, not a football match. I mean, come on.
Irish, the new prime minister.
Is he what?
Irish.
Well, he's English as far as I know. I don't know where the name Keir comes from, Keir Starmer. Yeah, he's a big football fan apparently, but he didn't even have an England shirt on. He's wearing a suit. So never mind. Spain arriving. Yeah, look, Spain have won it, and about 10 years ago, Spain were the best team in the world. Is England cursed for not winning the tournament? Yeah, well, look, how many countries have not won the tournament?
Yeah,
Spain
but then
have never won anything for many years. Portugal have never won the World Cup. They've won the Euros. That's true. I think England are the big unachievers, considering how they think they should win, or how much they think they should win, and the
yeah,
players that they've got and the money that they're on.
they're really good at unachieving. You got to give them that.
Yeah. world beaters at not beating the world. There's England fans letting off some kind of fireworks or something. Yeah.
I just hope that, for everyone's sake, that there's no hooligan behavior tonight. Take it
I hope
like,
not. I hope not.
because these pubs and stuff get hostile. Even as this Euros was going, I remember I was walking down the street, and this was early on in the tournament, and just drunks walking around, and it's like, I don't know. Some of them are looking for problems, I guess.
Really? So do you sense it in the UK as an Asian in the UK when the football is at its peak? You sense tension
Yeah, yeah.
and
Like I remember,
racial undertones.
yeah, racial undertones. It's like, yeah, you just notice it. Behaviors and just, I know alcohol does that to you anyway, but it's like with football and losing, or just that kind of, yeah, that energy. It just hypes people up to want to start trouble. Being drunk is not a crime. I'm drunk right now. Harry Kane hardly touched the ball. World Cup 2026 in USA, Mexico, Canada. Is that actually happening?
Yeah, it's a three-way share, and there will be 48 teams in the tournament. It's going to be huge.
I'm surprised Saudi Arabia ain't taking it.
I know they host most of the boxing at the moment, and a lot of footballers are heading there. But yeah, 48 teams. It's going to be like everyone, maybe even Ireland, will have a chance to qualify at last. They
Northern
haven't been in the,
Ireland or Southern.
well, any of them would be good. They haven't been at a World Cup. 2002. No, when was the last time Ireland, the Republic, were in the World Cup? 2002, I think. And Northern Ireland, flipping heck, probably
I think
in
the
the 80s.
Irish don't get credit as
Credit
being the
where credit. Well, Northern Ireland are the actual original All Ireland team, and then the FAI broke away from the IFA. Unlike in rugby, hockey, most sports, Ireland play as one single country. But unfortunately, in football, there are two associations, so they can't all be one country. Age case is saying, I think Saudi have got 2030. Yeah, probably 2030 World Cup. Wow. How old will I be in 2030? Old.
So,
Yeah,
guys,
when
let's get off football now and talk about, was the assassination staged? Are we looking at another
the
9/11?
attempted assassination, the unsuccessful attempted assassination.
So, I mean, his popularity is skyrocketed from this.
Look, you've got friends in America. What are people saying on the ground? What is
Um,
word on the
a
street?
friend of mine lives
You
in
must have heard.
DC, and he lives in DC, and I think he's just tired of. Some of them are tired of hearing about it. I spoke to some Americans, and uh, some of them think it's staged as well. It's a mixed reaction.
Staged by whom and for what purpose?
For Donald Trump's purpose of gaining desperate times now. I mean, the election's on the horizon now, so it's like he's going ahead, and stunts like this can, yeah.
To
I
get
don't
him
know
the
much
sympathy
people.
vote.
Yeah, like the guy was killed as well. The sniper was a 20-year-old, apparently Republican.
So why would a Republican shoot a Republican?
Well, Donald Trump's kind of, he's never been the typical Republican. Even Republicans have kind of, you know, he's tried to behave his own He's kind of like they're trying to classify him as JFK now, of speaking the truth, but JFK was a whole different, you know.
Let's hear Biden.
Trump is a threat to this nation. Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation.
Okay. He's a threat to this nation. Is there an element of the Trump side arguing that this sniper, this assassin was in full view? They saw him, they allowed him to take the shot, and then they opened fire. The other counter argument to him being a Republican would be if he was an extreme anti-Republican or leftist. Perhaps sometimes these people register as Republican so that they can vote in the Republican elections and mess up the choice. So they could vote for someone other than Trump. You can only vote for the nominee if you are registered as a Republican. So they would register as such and then vote for someone else to get him out. Liam Jones probably need to elucidate more. JFK and Trump is quite vague.
I mean, George Bush made a statement and said, "Oh," and I thought they were going to refer to when he got the shoe thrown at him, but I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
that
the
he,
shoe could have been worse.
No, but the thing is, I didn't realize. I don't know if you did. I can't remember knowing about this, but that they someone threw a grenade at him and it didn't go off or something. Did you know?
No, George W. Bush.
Yeah, was it W or the other Bush? I think it was W Bush. Yeah, he made a statement saying these things are unnecessary and blah blah blah. Then he said, then they compared it to him getting something thrown at him, a grenade, and it didn't go off apparently. I don't know if the guy was assassinated or what happened with that guy, but this guy was a 20-year-old Republican that looked like a bit of a nerdy guy. But it's always those types.
Yeah, what's he called? Thomas. They've given him 3 names.
Thomas William Jefferson. Let's just say that.
No. I'll find it in a minute. The shooter. They say they're giving him 3 names, and it sounds like Lee Harvey Oswald, who was he the patsy that they accused of shooting JFK? Let's have a look here. Who was the shooter? Trump's shooters' actions. Let's listen to Sharika Soul.
Sometimes wondered if in 2017, I decided to come out in support of Donald Trump and MAGA. Since that time, over the years, I've sometimes wondered if I made the right decision because of the backlash and nonstop trolling that I receive online. However, after watching Donald Trump stand up in front of millions of people with a visible wound on his face and tell America to keep fighting for what is right, I knew that I had made the right decision and I've been on the right side of history this whole time. It's obvious to me that Democrats do not care about Black people, they do not care about the poor, and they do not care about innocent human life, which is something that Donald Trump does care about and he's always championed.
Have you got friends in America that would resonate with that message? Saj, are you still there or have we lost you? Okay. So, Saj is in and out. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Yeah.
So, here is another, what is being labeled as a coincidence. The shooter was in an advert for BlackRock, which is a bank that has been funding many of the wars that America, or is heavily invested in the wars that America are involved in.
I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do.
BlackRock helps.
I hope when I retire someday, they say, that guy made this place a special place to come to school.
So that kid is in this BlackRock advert. Trying to find the name of the shooter. The shooter, Thomas Matthews. Thomas Matthew Crooks was featured in a 2023 BlackRock ad. The BlackRock ad was filmed at Bethel Park High School, which Crooks attended. He can be seen at the 19 seconds mark. What's odd to me is that someone would even come across this so fast. How do you cross-reference the name? What are your thoughts? Okay. Liam Jones is asking my thoughts. My thoughts on what, Mr. Jones? We're sharing a lot of thoughts here. Yeah. Johnson. Okay, so this is the officer, the sniper that should have been protecting the president. My name is Jonathan Willis. I'm the officer in the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at Trump's rally. I came here to inform the public that I had the assassin in my sights for at least 3 minutes, but the head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perpetrator. 100% the top brass prevented me from killing the assassin before he took the shots at President Trump. Okay, so that's the officer saying that I had him in his sights. Liam Jones, your thoughts on this clearly incendiary question is you are asking your friends on the right. What question did I ask you, Saj? That he wants my thoughts on.
I'm not sure. Was he on about right wing? Your friends on the right wing, the Republicans.
Maybe do I think it's possible that this was allowed to happen? Excuse my poor use of syntax. Don't worry, Liam Jones, and excuse my poor train of thought or ability to keep track of a conversation. I'm trying to multitask here. Is it possible that there was a stand down order to allow someone to take a shot at Trump? It's possible. I don't know. We know what happened to JFK, and it would appear. Well, we know he died. We know he was shot. We don't know who did it, but it would appear that he annoyed the wrong people in possibly the CIA. Could it be one of those?
Kind of like was it Malcolm X or Martin Luther? They said the fruits of Islam, the Nation of Islam, killed them.
Okay, well, Malcolm X was Nation of Islam, and who did kill Malcolm X? One of his own. Maybe they accused Louis Farrakhan of having him assassinated because he was coming towards mainstream Islam and not the bizarre fringe beliefs of the black supremacist Nation of Islam.
So Louis Farrakhan is more on bizarre kind of. I thought Sunni Muslim. Oh, I forget that anyway. Your thoughts, excuse my poor use of some, I would agree at this point with regard to terms allegedly. Well, Liam Jones, here's the thing, like Trump's a master manipulator, you know. He always finds a way to change the narrative or to get. I mean, look what happened when he when millions of Americans donated. What was the reason again? I forgot. When he had
Trump.
was it the court case or what it was, but the millions they put into his account, just he has a strong cult following, and it's kind of scary. Well, yeah, but someone on the news said that hopefully this should change the narrative of politics and make people realize that, hey, lives can get, people can. Here's the guy that supports gun control. So what are you gonna do about this now?
Who supports gun control?
I mean, he
Or is he's
supports like
against it?
having guns.
Yeah,
He's
he's
against
against.
he's against
Yeah.
banning on guns. Mm.
Do you notice the difference
I mean,
being in America, the fact that guns are readily available, or does it depend on from state to state? I mean, I know where did you spend most of your time in America? I know you've been to New York, and that's quite gun controlled, I think, if I'm correct.
so I know a guy. He's a friend of mine. He's a black guy. He drives a bus, and he has 8 guns on him. And I said, dude, do
At
you
any given
really
time,
need? Yeah, and he's paranoid. He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist as well, but
in
he's
case
kind of
someone
like,
steals the other 7, he's got one left.
so he just
Wow.
says, I just want to be ready. I'm preparing myself. And I said, prepare yourself for what, war?
Wow.
He said,
End of the
no.
world.
He goes, yeah, he goes, living in the US, it's part of the not culture, but it's part of it keeps him, yeah, it's just something that he needs.
Because everyone else has got 7 or 8 guns. Yeah, I can't get my head around that because I haven't grown up in that culture. I would find it very uncomfortable if someone walked into a shop with a gun sticking out of their pocket. But in America, if it's an open carry place, they can have that, no problem, right?
Yeah, I went to Texas. I went to so many places, but it's one of those places where it's quite normal in some states. I know New York's quite strict on it. Um, but down south in certain places, it's just part of it's part of the culture. Um, in the UK, our police don't have guns, and that's our police.
Apart from the
Um,
Met, sometimes you do see armed officers around London
yeah,
and around the
yeah,
embassies and that.
yeah, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of one of those things where without guns, still the UK is fairly civilized to the extent of it's not that bad. Some may say we're too lenient. But when you have these certain situations where EDL are protesting and certain things, there's still little riots happen, but still they're somewhat kept in check. No one's getting shot really, and stuff like that, in these riots and
Yeah.
protests.
Going back to the shooter, whom we just said was in a BlackRock commercial a while ago. Wikipedia has this to say about BlackRock. BlackRock has been the subject of conspiracy theories, and conspiracy theories in blue, so you can click on it if you want, including the conspiracy theory that BlackRock owns both Fox News and Dominion voting systems, which Snopes described as false and PolitiFact described as mostly false. That means it's a little bit true. Some BlackRock conspiracy theories have incorporated anti-Semitism, such as the conspiracy theory that Jewish people, including BlackRock founder Robert Capito, are part of a cabal. Okay. Conspiracy theory there. Common ownership is when competitors within a market are commonly owned. In other words, these competitors can have the same powerful shareholders. So I think it's owned by the shareholders. All right, it's a big bank, but I do believe it has invested in weapons and investments in contributors to climate change. As of 2018, BlackRock was the world's largest investor in coal-fired power stations, holding shares worth 11 billion. Okay, so they might be destroying the planet. On the 14th of January 2020, the company shifted its investment policy. And CEO Larry Fink said that environmental sustainability would be a key goal for investment. All right, look, I don't know if the BlackRock thing is a red herring or not, but it is being mentioned. It's doing the rounds on Twitter, so I thought I'd reveal that to you. BlackRock also invested in China as well. Writing in the Wall Street Journal, George Soros described BlackRock's initiative in China as a tragic mistake that would damage the national security of the US. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about him as well. George Soros. In 2021, it was reported that BlackRock was an investor in 2 companies that had been blacklisted by the US government. Okay. Well, we can look deeper into that another time. Is there anything I've missed, Saj, or is there anything you want to mention about the football? We did originally spark this one off on the football, but if there's any other topic you want to bring up, the air is yours.
No, really. It wasn't a shocking result. I did expect that to happen. Yeah.
Liam Jones is saying, so are you fella leaning towards conspiracy theory or simply agnostic? I think agnostic is the best way to be on a lot of things, but we do discuss a lot of conspiracy theories on this channel. I think we attract the sort of people that are into so-called conspiracy theories, but not everything. Look, not everything is a conspiracy theory, and also there are some conspiracy theories. If you're saying everything is all one or the other, then you've kind of reached your conclusion before you've even thought about it. Osama
Yeah.
Masood is saying, Allahu Akbar. Thank you, Osama. Thank you for saying that. If anyone would like to jump on, we haven't got the link in the... Can you... No, maybe you can't either. I'm still not sure how we can put the link in the chat and have
I gotta get off now, so I'm gonna put
no worries, Saj. All right, you jump off.
Copy link.
If you can copy the link into the comments when you jump off, I will pin that comment, and if someone else wants to go for it, we'll let them on. Liam Jones says, certainly this channel seems cool. I am febrile to conspiracy. What does febrile mean? There's a great word.
I think he meant fertile.
Fertile, oh, maybe. There's another message held for review.
All right, let me get out of here. Let me send the link.
All right, Saj, post the link in the comments if you can.
All right.
And we'll deal with that.
I don't know
who the moderators are in the chat. But anyway, that was Saj, who has a channel called World 4U, and similar to our channel, it's a number 4 and a letter U, and he's uploaded a lot of footage from Palestine recently, and in particular East Jerusalem. So definitely head over to World 4U, number 4, and the letter U. If you want to see footage, I think from East Jerusalem and the West Bank, and also travels elsewhere. Liam Jones, verbal simply means open and ready to receive thoughts. Fantastic, Liam. Yeah, there you go. Febrile. It's a good word. Similar to fertile. Febrile. I wonder what the etymology of that is. Saj, if you're still watching, if you can share the link, we might get another guest on here. Or if anyone who has access to the link earlier on wants to click on it, we'll get you on. Let's hear from Alex, who sent this message.
The Secret Service stood down. It is the default to have Secret Service and or law enforcement on every rooftop up to a half mile out or further. Those rooftops were 450 feet away. No one was on the rooftops. That is not a failure of security. That is a stand down. Now, let's be clear. JFK gave the order to start the withdrawal of U.S. troops, and 1 month later had his head blown off in Dallas, Texas in 1963 at Dealey Plaza. Trump has said he will end the war in Ukraine. Overnight, the U.S. funds 80% of it. He has that power when he's president of the United States. And I told you this week over and over again that they're going to try to assassinate him before the election, and then during the 79 days that he's president-elect, until he gets sworn in January of 2025, is the 79 days of hell. The globalists have already said they're going to have civil unrest. They're going to call it a racial civil war. So let's be clear. Trump will now win in a landslide. No amount of fraud can override this. So if the deep state has already tried to kill him and indicted him and found him guilty and tried to take him off the ballot, what are they going to do? They are going to try to kill Trump. Now, listen to me carefully. I've studied the enemy. My predictions are 98% of the time accurate. And I'm saying this so we can be ahead of this and stop it. The next thing they're going to do is try to poison him and claim it's natural causes. It's going to be extremely vigilant. They'll also try to use a truck bomb. Okay? And if he goes back out in public, the same Secret Service that stood down is going to do it again. Now, the average Secret Service agent was part of this, but it's from the top, from the Biden administration. Just by only giving him a few Secret Service, that would happen. But the fact that they didn't have law enforcement that augments them on the rooftops is just insane. That's the number one place that shooters come from, is nearby rooftops. That's just a default fact. Ladies and gentlemen, they also haven't given RFK Jr. any Secret Service. They murdered his uncle and his father. The same deep state. So Trump is in maximum danger of poisoning, truck bombs. The globalists might hijack a plane by remote control, fly to Mar-a-Lago. I'm not being alarmist, and I know Trump's tough and has ice water in his veins, but Trump should be in a bunker at this point, and he should directly be charging the deep state for what they've done and call for governors to move, Congress to move, and to start dismantling the deep state right now.
Okay, that's Alex Jones, who thinks it's a conspiracy, but not one that Trump did, but rather the deep state out to get Trump. I'm going to try now to get the link into the comments, because I think Saj tried to do it and was I don't think he's able to for some reason, because he's tried to share it and we can't see it. I think maybe people that are not part of the channel can't post links. Okay, that's annoying. Let's see if we can find a way of doing this. If anyone else who has got the link wants to jump on, you're welcome right now. Let's see. I'm going to try and post this. If it works. Mac's saying I did it. Well, where are you, Mac? Jump on. I've just tried to post the link from another account, and I think that's the problem of links are no longer clickable. If you, it's so silly. Mac, if you're there, come on. Security guards seemed surprised Trump survived the attempt. Yeah, maybe they knew that he was meant to be done away with. We're going to get Mac on. I would love to jump on, but my partner will think I'm having psychotic. Well, look, Mac is meant to be coming in now. I just accepted it. Here we go. Mac, are you there? Hooray. Return of the Mac. How are you doing, bro?
How you doing?
Yeah, man, it's good to hear you, even if we can't see you. Did you watch the match or the assassination attempt?
How you been anyway? It's been a while.
Yeah, man, miss you, man. Time just flying by. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking my best. I do apologize.
No,
I'm
don't
not
worry,
camera
mate. It's
ready,
all right.
so
Yeah, you can do it.
this is why
However, so annoying that this is so difficult to share the link. You'd think it would be simple. But yeah, what do you make of what's been said so far?
I caught some of the conversation. You talked about the football, obviously, and Trump as well. I take it.
Yeah. We had to touch on the Trump. It's still such a hot topic. I mean, I know there's two very different. Oh, look, okay. The link is in description. That is in the chat now. So if anyone else wants to try it, I don't know if we'll get 3 people on the screen, or if 2 is the limit. But you're welcome to try. I'm playing around with. We're not on StreamYard anymore.
If anyone else is there, I'll happily jump off, and while they jump on, I don't mind as long as there's other people.
Well, I don't want to boot you off, Mac. But if you want to,
right. I'm always on standby, bro. I'm substitute.
You're super sub. You're like the guy who came on today. What's his name? The guy who scored the goal for England.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No problem. All right, look, jump off for a bit and see if anyone steps into your shoes if you want.
I'll do that. How do I jump off?
Yeah, I don't know. X. All right, Mac has cleared the road. If anyone would like to, click on that highlighted comment there. You can see my name in yellow. That will bring you to the link, the portal, and you can come in. Harvey Tadman saying Russia got banned from the football, but Israel hasn't been. Yeah, the usual double standards there. There is a protest coming up actually to put more pressure on FIFA to sort that out. You would think something could be done, and the hypocrisy of people that have made statements in favor of Palestine on a football pitch or revealed a flag and then received fines or been banned. I think Paul Pogba spoke out for Palestine. I saw a video earlier on how he was fined and then he was accused of being drugs cheat. There was all these accusations that came following that stand that he took. And when Russia invaded Ukraine, everyone was encouraged to stand with Ukraine, fly the Ukraine flag. It was like you had to, not that you weren't allowed to. You weren't allowed not to. Double standards. There's no other word for it. And our conspiracy theorist friend there, Alex, was mentioning the war in Ukraine. He thinks that it's Trump's promise to end the war in Ukraine that will cost companies like BlackRock heavily. If there's no war, the point is not to win the war, as Julian Assange told us. It is to keep the wars going. They want forever war. You can't sell weapons unless there's a war. You can't sell medicine unless people are ill. These industries want to keep. They want us to keep spending our money. Let's have a listen a little bit more. And if anyone wants to come on and disagree, you're very welcome.
Future of our country, our republic, and the world.
Oh no, we got
to
that, yeah.
They were ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. They were ready, and they were going to spin this. So I'm not being alarmist. I'm being a realist. And let me tell you something. They get Trump, they're coming after the Republican leadership that are good, the ones that are good. They're coming after Senator Paul. They've already tried to kill repeatedly. Remember?
Ron Paul, that is.
This is it. They're coming after the Republican leadership that are good, the ones that are good. They're coming after Senator Paul. They've already tried to kill repeatedly. Remember the shootings and all the attacks? And they're going to come after Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, and others because they know we won't sell out. And of course, one other person is right up there with Trump on the hit list, and that's Elon Musk. And I told Elon he better get more security with Tucker Carlson a month ago, and Musk responded and said, I agree. I think I'm going to up my security. If I was Musk, I'd be moving around all the time, which you know he already does. He's already had a couple people trying to kill him this year. And you know they're winding up these mental patients right now. But I'm telling you, when the shooting doesn't work, they go to poisoning and they go to truck bombs. Or they remote control hijack a jet and fly right into your house. Okay? This isn't a game. This is 100% real. And people need to understand that. And all the new airplanes and all the new cars already have remote control systems in them. So I told people about this decades ago. They didn't even understand that it was possible, even though it was in most cars then. Now it's in everything. So they could take control of a vehicle he's in by remote control. Everything is on the table, okay? This is 100% the most dangerous position our country's ever been in. And the globalists want full war with Russia. Remember, they already shot the Slovakian leader 5 times and he barely lived. Orban knows he's on a hit list because he's not a madman and he wants peace. Pray for President Trump. Pray for Elon Musk. Pray for InfoWars. And be as active as you can right now and understand they've got operatives from the Secret Service and the feds all over talk radio saying, oh, we're going to find out what happened, the failure. We're going to fix it. He'll be safe next time. No, he's not safe. He's not safe. Okay? So the Secret Service that gave the orders not to go on those rooftops, they need to be taken in and they need to be interrogated right now. Or we can just let them kill our president, take over, and basically put us into martial law forever. I mean, it's real simple. Okay? I'm doing a show tonight, 4 o'clock Central. I'm going to be on with Laura Logan at 2 o'clock Central. It'll all be posted on Infowars.com and right here on X with Alex Jones. God bless you, folks, but we're fighting the New World Order now. And they're out in the open, and they're going for broke because they're desperate. The momentum has completely shifted to us. Even if they kill Trump, they're still going to be removed. They should give up now. The world has awakened. The sleeping giant is awake, and there's no put the genie back in the bottle. To the globalists and to your minions, surrender now or be destroyed.
And don't forget, they're turning the freaking frogs gay. That's Alex Jones there. And Liam was asking how or where does Alex Jones broadcast since the forced shutdown of his network. Well, he looked like he was sitting in a farm just there, but he still has his website. The guy is in millions of dollars of debt, isn't he? Because of what they did to him. Keir Starmer on Twitter. You made your country proud, England. Congratulations to Spain. HK says AJ, as in Alex Jones, not Anthony Joshua, has enough followers who will just watch him on Twitter or YouTube. He doesn't need a broadcast. Just him. Yeah, but he's off YouTube, isn't he? Or certainly his original channel got shut down, and I'm sure demonetized as well. yeah, he was forced to pay expenses to the families of the Sandy Hook massacre. He is able to be on YouTube, I believe. Well, you can catch clips of him on YouTube, but does he have a channel anymore? I remember another channel that got shut down recently on YouTube would be Brian Rose, London Real. And London Real was showing a lot of Alex Jones clips. And I've just shown one just now. I hope it doesn't do any damage to the channel. But we're just debating it. London Real got shut down. Perhaps that was why. An egregious amount. You've got a fantastic vocabulary, Mr. Jones. Don't know where all these words are coming from. But very good, very good. Yeah. So we were originally talking about England, Spain. I have to ask the question: will Gareth Southgate be replaced now? Hopefully not assassinated. I don't think anyone cares that much about football. But the fallout from this, I would imagine, will be that Gareth Southgate is looking for a new job. Yeah. Tactical Titan is saying, "Are you Muslim?" What do you think, Tactical Titan? What do you think about that? Liam Jones, I am of the belief Southgate will leave of his own accord. Yeah, I kind of hope he does. I would have loved. Look, it's happened now, but and I'm not, as I say, a huge football fan. I don't know anything about football, but Gareth Southgate seems to be. He seems to be a decent guy. Whether the rest of them are or not, I don't know. Chris says a world-class manager. What does it say here? A world-class manager, a class act, a gentleman, a living legend. Some would even say a genius. Yeah, and that's he's talking about Arsene Wenger. Look, if anyone wants to come on, the link is right here. I will pin the comment. How do I pin it? Yeah. If you want to join me for a chat, that link will bring you right through to the video. You'll be on the screen. Cover, you can turn your camera off if you don't want to be visible. If you want to do audio only, that's also fine. HK says he will resign by Wednesday. True Geordie says Southgate is a fraud who should never have had that job in the first place. He's been carried by the quality of players he has and the fact he's in a weak era competition-wise. The second he's back at club level, he will be exposed again. We reached the final in spite of Southgate. That's my great Geordie, true Geordie impression. Danny Simpson, Southgate sums up England. Happy to accept defeat. Sit in your hands, Middle England. You voted Labour in 20 years. Your grandchildren will hate you. Okay, that's quite a bold statement. Liam Jones saying pretty solid top TG true Geordie impression. Thank you very much. I mean, it was a generic sort of Geordie accent, but I guess that's close enough, isn't it? Any other requests? Any impressions you'd like me to do? Any accents you'd like me to give a try? God, I wish I could do a Southgate impression. Let's find a clip of Southgate. Maybe we can.
To go and get it done. If you haven't had your vaccine yet, to go and get it done. If you haven't had your
That's the first video that comes up from Gareth Southgate. There's the clip of him missing. Yeah, it all started in 1996, didn't it? Donald Trump accent. Okay. Donald J. Trump has survived a failed assassination attempt from the radical left. They call them the radical left. They're losers. They tried to shoot me, and they missed. They got my ear, but I'm still going to win. We will fight on. That's my Trump attempt. It's very late in the night. Not bad, not bad. Shame Alex Ferguson didn't manage England. You can't have a Scotsman manage England. They're all pro the other team.
Because he's a bottle job.
Been a bit dramatic.
Overly dramatic. I love Gareth Southgate and he needs to stay forever because he's a bottle job.
So you want them to keep Southgate so England don't win anything?
100%.
There's a Scotsman for you. Boris Johnson. England, I think, played fantastically well. Then they got to the final, and I thought that when they got to the final, I thought they knew this would be enough to get over the line. Lads, we can win something. Football's coming home. Football's coming home. Blah, blah. And that's hurts my throat to do Boris Johnson. Forgotten about Boris Johnson. He's kind of disappeared off the map, but he'll probably be lurking somewhere in the background. And it's his fault that there's still conflict in Ukraine. Peace was on the table. And that guy went over there and made sure that Zelensky didn't sign the deal. Joe Biden's difficult, but Biden sometimes starts whispering for some reason. I liked it when he said introducing Vladimir Putin, but Putin, we're against Putin. I can't do the can't do Biden's voice very well, but I do. You can pick up some of the mannerisms when he starts to whisper. He's a really freaky guy. I don't know why he does that. Poor Biden. He's not all there. He looks like a skeleton of his former self, almost literally. Let's hear Gareth, and maybe we'll be able to perfect our impression of him. Tonight we fell short.
Our players have been incredible. They've given everybody some incredible nights. They couldn't have given any more in terms of their effort, their desire, their character. Tonight we fell short. We didn't keep the ball well enough. We actually defended well in the first half, in particular, limited their possibilities, but we couldn't play through the counter press well enough, and we actually didn't really use the ball well until we were a goal down. Then we had a decent period in the game. We got the equaliser, but I think the physical toll of the issues we came into the tournament with, the extra time periods, and then tonight having as little of the ball as we did, ultimately that took a big toll, and I think was part of the reason why at the end, legs started to go and you start to make mistakes. But, the players have pushed it till the 85th minute of the final game. They've been incredible, really.
They've been incredible, really. Yeah, I can't do a Gareth impression, but AK saying, do Mufti Menk. I actually used to think I could do an impression of Mufti. Mufti Menk, for those that don't know, all 9 of you are in the chat, is a Muslim scholar, and I think he's from Zimbabwe. And mashallah, we met some people. Mufti Menk, he kind of sounds a bit like this. This would be my attempt at Mufti Menk, but I need to really perfect it a little bit more. I think it sounds a little bit like Mufti Menk, little bit. It's almost a South African accent, but with a hint of Desi accent as well. The Asian people that have lived in Africa for a few generations, mashallah, they know a lot of Islam. They know Islam well. Yeah, that's quite cool. Let's hear the real one, and then we'll compare it. We'll have another. We've got a challenge now. Can we impersonate Mufti Menk? Here we go. Here we go.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وحده وصلى الله وسلم على من لا.
Sorry, he's just giving the introduction. Let's get into the point. Let's get to the juicy part.
To fulfill your obligations unto Allah.
Fulfill your obligations unto Allah, brothers. You need to fulfill your obligations.
Enjoy the day. Go and enjoy it.
Go and enjoy it. Enjoy your day. Enjoy it, your day. Make the most of it. This is my best attempt. Inshallah, this sounds a little bit more, this time, a little bit more like Mufti Menk, but not too much. Not too much like Mufti Menk.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. You do deserve it. Yes, you do. This is getting there now. I think now that I've heard the tone of his voice, I'm starting to perfect it a little bit more, inshallah. This time, I think it is a little bit better than before. I think you are agreeing with me that this sounds a little bit more like Mufti Menk now that I've listened and I'm trying to learn. So I hope that's a little bit better. A South African accent with a hint of Desi shows you are at least on the right track. Yeah, I'm trying. It's quite good. There you go. Now we're cooking. Now that we've been on air for over an hour. You're worth too. There's Mr. Trumpy 88 who has a fantastic picture. As I've seen you in the chat before, Mr. Trumpy. Great to have you here. From your name, I imagine that you were born in 1988. You're a fan of Trump and Yasser Arafat. You must be an interesting character, but I could be way off. Any more? Yeah, you're worth it. Thank you very much. Any other impressions before we go to bed? I don't want to give anyone nightmares. I was trying. There's Roger Waters. This is a video that's gone up on the channel. Roger Waters with Craig Murray. Do have a look at that. I was trying to attempt a Roger Waters impression the other night. I was trying to attempt an impression of Roger Waters. They said he's an anti-Semite. So I know it's sort of a generic London accent. Mac is saying it's a Palestinian that like Trump. Could be. 1970 name is pre-Trump. Oh, really? You were the first. And AK saying bang the table. Yeah, bang the table. All right, you were there first, Mr. Trumpy, and you're born in 1970. Well, I salute you, Uncle. You're a little bit older than me. All right, folks, it's been my pleasure to chat to you this evening for over an hour. Maybe we'll do, now that these live streams seem to be picking up a little bit more interaction, maybe I'll be more inspired to do them, and I'll try and facilitate a way for the link to be in the chat early so that anyone that wants to come along and join in can join in the fun. This has been Lessons for Life, and we'll do it all again soon. We were here. We are gone. Latest.